Hi y'all. I'm going to show you a modified Huglekultur raised bed method. I'm calling it the Abrevas Huglekultur raised bed method because if it doesn't have a name, then the theory doesn't exist. But on the Huglekultur method, you just take a bunch of branches and stuff and you throw it down and you lay it down on the bottom, kind of like what I'm doing over here. I'm building this up, the Huglekultur method. You know, this is a sloping terrain right here, and I'm just laying branches all down here like that. And then I'll put some sand and some soil on top, and slowly elevate it. But that's the Huglekultur method right there. We just lay a bunch of twigs down. Okay. On the Abrevas Huglekultur method, what I'm doing is I'm getting some sand and I'm laying down the base, okay, the substrate layer, and then I'm cutting wood, little tree trunks and stuff, and I'm setting them up vertical. See that? And what happens is when the branches are laid down flat, it's hard for them to absorb water and nutrients. You got to remember, when you lay down dried twigs, they're going to absorb all the nutrients from the soil. It's all going to go in there and backfill all the areas inside the wood. But on this method right here, as the water comes down, it's going to absorb the all the nutrients into the logs. Okay, and then with the sand on the bottom right here, it's always going to stay moist. And if it doesn't petrify and turn into a rock like this right here, this was definitely laying on its side like that, right? And the all the the sand and stuff went in there and solidified the wood that was in here and turned it into rock. But this way right here, the nutrients and the fungi and all that stuff, the mycelium, will go down into the wood, and it'll always stay moist because the sand will hold on to the water. So anyway, so I set the sandy loam down there on the base, and then I cut the wood, and I set it up vertical like that. See that? I gotta cut this, and put some more sand on there to keep it all stable, and then I'll take some of this good soil and cover it like this right here. See that? I got some really good soil in there, and then I'm just taking some leaves from over there from the compost area and backfilling it up and have a nice layer of leaves in there, and then take it from there. Backfill it up with more soil, or add amendments to it, or whatever, But just the main idea is to have the base layer, the substrate layer, to hold on to them. And this is a drought tolerant system right here, because the wood will hold on to the water along with the sand, and it'll always be moist in here, even in extreme drought. Like, I built this one right here just like I'm building the one that you see back there, and it's always moist in here. Even though it may be dry on top, underneath the soil's moist. All right, it's called the Abrevas Huglekultur raised bed method. It has to have a name, because if it doesn't have a name, the method doesn't exist. But it's a good drought tolerant method, and give it a try. It's a good way to hold on to all your nutrients. Let's say you want to use commercial fertilizer, it'll go into the wood and it'll stay there, and the plants will go in there and find it. They'll actually put roots down into the little logs and stuff. All right. Good way to hold on, keep from losing all your nutrients. See y'all later.